Hi Virgo, welcome to February. This is Teresa from TarotScope, and let's see what's happening this month. We've got a full moon in Leo on the 5th, and then Mercury moves into Aquarius on the 12th. That's your ruling planet, Mercury. We have Sun moving into Pisces, which is in your 7th house of partnerships, and we have a new moon in Pisces on the 20th. The Sun moves into Pisces on the 19th, and then the day after that, we have Venus, which has been in your 7th house, moving into Aries on the 21st. So let's see what the cards say, and we'll get into the astrology later. What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships for the month of February 2023? What is coming up for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships? What does Virgo need to know about love and relationships 2023? What is coming up for Virgo? 10 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, the Star, the Death card, the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Empress, the 10 of Wands, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this is actually a good reading, even though it looks... The 10 of Swords means the worst is over. So if you've been carrying this heavy burden about a relationship, you're coming to the end of that. If it lingers on, it's because you're holding on. So the 4 of Pentacles is about someone holding on to something because they feel like they need it, because it's their security blanket. You know, it's like, so there could be a relationship that you really need to let go of, but you're holding on. Maybe it represents financial security to you or emotional security. The thing I like about the 10 is you can't get any worse. It's like it's over. You're done. You may have reached a point in a relationship where you're like, I just can't give this any more energy. Or a situation. Like, I just can't do it anymore. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've been carrying this burden for a long time, and I'm just like, I'm done. I want to be free. But there's a part of you that's fearing letting go. Like, what if I let go, then what? You know, because then you have, but you have the Star here. The Star is about, what is my deepest desire? What is my hope, my wish? And how can I get to the Star? You've been dreaming about what you really want, but you haven't, up until now, been ready to go after it. I feel like it's just a thought. It's been a thought or a dream. And you have this Death card, which is in the recent past. It doesn't mean physical death, but what it means is it's time to let go and realize that a cycle in your life has ended, and it's time to release that and bless it for everything it was to you, everything it taught you. And it's time to clear out the dead old energy so that you could bring in new life, so that you could be open to the new, which is coming. You have this Knight of Swords energy. This is a card of taking swift action. Now, this Knight is facing the past, so I don't know. I feel like it could be someone that who's thinking of you from the past. Might be flying in, wanting another round. But this could also be your energy. And you could be dealing with someone. Okay, let me talk about the two energies. You could be dealing with someone who is very hasty in everything they do, and and has this reckless energy, and they don't usually think. Like they just take action, and they don't think about the consequences. They get a wild hair, a wild idea, and they're like, oh, they're on it, and they don't really care how their actions affect others. So you could have been dealing with someone like this, like they're just like a loose cannon. They're just doing this, doing that, and let the chips fall where they may, and then you're always picking up the pieces. And so you might be done with that kind of energy. On the other hand, the Knight of Swords could also be your energy. Like, you know what? I want out. I want to move on. I can't, I know it sounds like I'm making this sudden move, but it's been a long time coming. So it could work either way. You've got the Two of Pentacles here. This is about juggling a lot of things, like two things. So especially if you're like in between relationships, you could be juggling the old while you're meeting the new. So like you could be releasing an old relationship while you're like starting something new with a new relationship. It could even be like, sometimes it could mean like you've been trying to hold it together. Like you're trying to work on your job, work on your relationship. You got all these things going on in your life, and you're pretending to be happy, but you're really not. Like you're laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. It's like, yeah, I know I've got a lot going on. Everybody, from the outside, it looks like everything's great, but I'm not happy. And I just can't do it anymore. And that's the feeling I'm getting. And so something's got to give. I've been holding on too long. I've been carrying a burden too long. And here's this King of Wands coming up. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is in your future, but you have a negative thought about it. You also have the Seven of Wands, which means you need to set some boundaries. Maybe in the past in a relationship you've had to set some boundaries. Maybe, people were taking advantage of your kindness, and you give them a little bit, they take even more. But the other way that the Seven of Wands, it can mean if there's something that has to do with competition, you have the upper hand. So if you're trying to compete for someone, let's say you're interested in someone and they have other options, you are the favored one. You can win out. It also means that you can overcome any problems you're experiencing in the reading. You have the strength, but you have to set boundaries. You have to you have to fight for what you want, but not fight, and know that you can win. It's not a literal fight. It's more of a standing up for what you believe in, going for it against all odds, that kind of energy. Now, this King of Pentacles, I like the King of Pentacles. Out of all the kings, so you could be dealing with an earth sign. You could have been dealing with an air. You've got them all here. Wands, fire. The King of Pentacles is someone you can depend on. And especially, he's next to the Emperor. So you have the Empress here. This is like excellent. This is like a power couple. The Emperor and the Empress. So you could be connecting with someone that you're both together. You're like unstoppable. Because, you might be releasing the reckless, the loose cannon, and moving toward stability. So the King of Pentacles, all they want to do is take care of the people they love. They want financial security. So they have money. They know how to deal with money. They have land. They have property. King of Pentacles is connected with real estate, finances, could be a farmer, an entrepreneur. Whatever it is, they represent stability and security, financial security. And the way they show love is by giving and providing for the person that they're in love with. So giving you a house with a roof over your head, food on the table, money in the bank. That's the way the king operates. So they may not be big on words, like I love you, I love you, I love you, like those fast talkers that are all talk and no action. They're not like that. But when they say, I love you, you can take it to the bank, And so I think that's the energy that's coming in. You got this Emperor. This is someone, it could be someone that's in an authority figure, maybe a boss figure, because this is the executive, the CEO, someone who's in a leadership position. Could be Aries, it could be Scorpio, Capricorn. But don't go by the sign specifically. The Emperor is someone you can count on. The Emperor is someone who's organized, could be even someone who was in the military, because the Emperor is very disciplined, very organized, very, they get the job done. Especially even the King of Pentacles. So whether it's male or female, that's interchangeable. I'm just giving you the energy of the card. So it's like someone who knows how to run things, who's very organized, knows how to build something solid and stable. He's got the 4. 4 represents stability. So here, with the 4 of Pentacles, you're afraid to let go of your current stability, thinking that, well, I'm going to be out with, but don't worry about it, because I feel like something even more stable is coming in. And you have this Empress energy in your wish fulfillment. That's a card of motherhood, home, family, abundance, creativity. I feel like all that can be yours. That's what you really want. You want a stable relationship that gives you a sense of security, that feels, being with someone that feels like family. Like I can create a home, a happy home for myself. I can be with someone who's like family to me. That's on the agenda. That's possible. And then there's the 10 of Wands, which is great. It means you've been carrying this heavy burden, but you're at the end of the road. You can put it down. So it's over. Like if you've been really burdened by a relationship and it's been draining your energy and draining your resources, it's time to put that down. It's time to set some boundaries. And it's time to reach for the person that values you, the person that can give you the life that you want and the love that you want, someone who represents stability, not this fly-by-night, exciting but reckless energy. You don't need that. You're done with that. So get rid of this Knight of Swords character and focus on the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Because the King is mature. The Knights are not. They're immature. They never step up to the plate. They never take responsibility for themselves. They blame everybody else. It's always somebody else's fault. Or they just don't care. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were hurt. I was just doing my thing, You don't need that anymore. You need this, and this is coming. So put your burdens down and embrace the new. And stop pretending that you're happy if you're not. And go after what you really want. You've got the star here. Focus on the star. So let's see what the angels have to say to Virgo. What does Virgo need to know or hear from the angels? Star. There we go. That's perfect. I love how these cards, when they're so synchronistic. Believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. So release control. That's another thing about this 4 of Pentacles. It's control, holding on, fear of letting go. Drop it. Drop that energy. Embrace the future. Release. And just it's like let go and let God. That saying. Just allow. Go with the flow. And allow. Realize that you're always in the right place at the right time. Just flow. Visualize what you want. Be grateful for what you have, and just get in the zone, get in the flow, and you'll see things start to change. So let's see. So Virgo, we have a full moon in your 12th house, and it's opposing the Sun and Saturn in your 6th. So this is a psychological health axis. The 12th house has to do with everything that's hidden. Hospitals, prisons, institutions, psychological blocks, the way we self-sabotage, even hidden enemies. So if you have anyone who's been working against you, that will come to light at this full moon. But also, what will come to light is the way we work against ourselves. What am I sabotaging in my own life? What psychological blocks do I have to let go of so that I can be my best self, so I could follow my true path and share my gifts and my light with the world. Saturn's in your 6th house, so you've been working really hard. When Saturn's in your 6th house, you feel like a slave. Slave to your job, a slave to the people around you. It's time to take off those chains. And you will, because Saturn's at the very end. You need to start taking care of your health. Because the 6th house is also about sacrifice, and that's Virgo. That's your sign. You thrive by giving to others. You thrive by being of service to others. But sometimes you take on too much, or you take on more than your fair share. And others will take advantage of your giving nature. Like, oh yeah, I'll just give it to Virgo, they'll do it. And they'll do a great job too. Because you're so detail-oriented. Everything you do is like impeccable. It's time to start being that way with you and taking care of you and setting some boundaries and telling people, you know what, do it yourself. You're a mature person. You can handle it. Don't enable people. If you're enabling people, you need to set boundaries. And you need to take care of your health and realize what is my responsibility, what is not my responsibility. Let go of the need to control. Let other people do it. You've got Mercury and Pluto in your 5th house, and Pluto is sextile Venus in your 7th house. And Venus is square Mars in your 10th house. So if you're not having a relationship this month, there's an opportunity for an intense connection. And it could seem, Neptune in the 7th. Neptune's been in your 7th for a long time. So you've learned a lot of lessons about, taking off the rose-colored glasses. You have a tendency with Neptune in the 7th to idealize a partner and not see the real person. Or to sacrifice yourself for someone who's like a diamond in the rough. And you're trying to help someone who's got a drinking problem or a drug problem or some kind of problem. And you just want to save this person. Venus now is coming into a conjunction with Neptune. So you could possibly meet a soulmate with this configuration. But it's also, and with Pluto sextiling Venus, or Venus sextiling Pluto, I should say, at some point, Venus is, right now it's only at 12 degrees, but as we move into the month, Venus is going to sextile Pluto. And that's going to bring an intense connection. And Pluto's in your 5th house of romance. So I feel like there could be if you're not in a good relationship right now, there could be one coming that's really intense that could transform your life and bring creativity back to your life. Someone that you could really talk to, because Mercury's there. Mercury conjunct Pluto. You're going to be talking about deep issues, and you could be up all night talking about things you would never tell anyone. They're going to really get inside your head and inside your soul. And it could be scary, but it's going to change your life. You've got Mars. Mars has been retrograding in your 10th house, so it's shaken up your career. And now Mars is going direct. You might be reevaluating. What do I want to do with my life? Where am I going with my career? What changes do I need to make? Mars is giving you that energy and that drive, especially now that it's moving forward. And Mars is sextile Jupiter. And Jupiter and Chiron are in your 8th house. So you have some healing to do about what do I believe? What do I need to be successful? What wounds do I have to heal around money and intimacy and sexuality and bonding at the soul level? What shadows do I need to confront about myself? Jupiter, is going to give you an opportunity to confront those fears and to overcome them. Uranus is squaring this moon from the 9th house. So you have a lot to learn. Uranus, the 9th house has to do with long distance travel, higher education, teaching, learning, your belief systems. So Uranus, you could be attracting someone that's very different than you. Or you could have a shift in your belief systems where you're giving up the traditional, like maybe you were raised in a conservative belief system. And when this full moon comes out, it's going to show you, like, you know what, maybe I've been thinking about this all wrong. Maybe I need to think of it in a new way, in a different way. And you might embrace a different path that's a little bit radical. And people will say, have you lost your mind? But Uranus wants to free you from limiting beliefs so that you can shine your light in the world, so you can teach what you know or learn from others that you might find a guru that enlightens you in a way like, wow, this is exciting. You find it really exciting, but it's gonna get you out of your comfort zone. So just find out, travel would be good to explore different cultures and have different, if you've always lived in the same town your whole life, now's the time to break out of that and go see how other people live. Go to Europe, go to some foreign country, see how other cultures, what they believe and how they live their lives. It'll be an enlightening experience, and it will help you on the mental, psychological level. It might be an enlightening time and have you have some kind of psychological breakthrough. Then we have this new moon in Pisces. That is in your 7th house, and that is relationships. That's your committed partnerships. So you can be. It's giving you an opportunity to start a new partnership, and this could be personal or business that lasts a long time because this new moon is conjunct Saturn, and Saturn's in your 6th house. So is Mercury. So you could be signing contracts around this new moon, and that's on the 20th of February. Maybe there's a new business deal or a new career opportunity. Especially, it could even be a new relationship because it's still the 7th house. Like you might decide to make a commitment. And whatever you agree to with Saturn is going to be in place for a long time. So make sure what you could get what you wish for. So make sure what you wish for is what you really want. But I feel like your wish can be fulfilled this month, but you have to release. Don't be the slave to everyone. And especially with Venus and Neptune there, I feel like you have a strong opportunity for a real soul connection, soulmate connection, romantic connection. You can meet someone that's really charming and beautiful. If you're not already in the relationship, if you are in a relationship, it could bring greater harmony back to the relationship as long as you both talk about what your responsibilities are and are willing to execute them. Like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what we need to do to work. You have to do the work. And if you're willing to do the work, it could be great. This could be a great new beginning for you, where you're both like considering each other's needs and feelings. And you're having those deep talks. You're not just sweeping things under the rug and pretending it'll go away. You're getting deep and you're saying things that, you're becoming vulnerable. You have to get vulnerable. But I feel like if you're not in a relationship, you could very well start one this month after this new moon. And it could be really intense. It could be really very romantic, very intense, very healing. But you have to take action because there's this is a great new moon. It has no squares or oppositions except for it has conjunctions, sextiles, and trines. Mostly sextile. So a sextile is an aspect that brings luck and opportunity, but you have to take action to benefit from it. So unless you're willing to take action and to do something, it may just pass you by. So you don't want to lose that opportunity. Go after your dream. And you'll be surprised how close you come to achieving it. So don't let fear or insecurity or fears of loss of security, don't hold on to something. Don't go sinking with the ship. If something's not working and it's dragging you down, release it so that you can embrace what is working. That will lift you up. So that's my forecast for this month. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on in your life. If you'd like a private reading, you can click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. We can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And have a wonderful February. Happy Valentine's Day if you're celebrating. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.